So hey guys, this is Mulator bringing you guys another video. Today I'll be talking about the GTX 1060. So NVidia announced the GTX 1060 for only $250. It'll feature 6GB of VRAM and has a clock speed of 1708 MHz. Based on the specs and price, I assume the GTX 1060 will perform in between the GTX 970 and the GTX 980. But only benchmarks will give us a definite answer. So this GPU is really competitive with AMD's RX 480, which is also hovering around $249 USD for the 8GB model. But this is a fair bit more expensive than the RX 480's base MSRP of $199. Colton West made a really good point in this video, which was that if this GPU follows the same path as the GTX 1070, it'll be $30 more than MSRP. This will make the GTX 1060 a step up in terms of the pricing ladder than the RX 480. If NVIDIA releases a GTX 1050, that will definitely be a good competitor with the RX 480. So the GTX 1060 is a really compelling buy, and it will definitely spark a reaction from AMD. I think releasing an RX 480X at the $249 price point would be a really good way to compete with the GTX 1060, and this competition will definitely lead to some better innovation from both companies. One thing I noticed that is pretty interesting is that the GTX 1060 does not support SLI. I was checking out the specs and this really surprised me. I know NVIDIA has been discouraging SLI, but removing it was an interesting move. SLI price to performance has never been as good as buying a single stronger GPU, so I do get to a certain extent why they might remove it. So all things considered, the GTX 1060 is a really interesting move, and this battle between AMD and NVIDIA is going to be an interesting one at that. So that's all for today. If you liked the video, like it. If you hate everything about life, dislike it, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.